Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Um, Let us see what's going on here. Hey, I just want to say, hey, thanks to my recently new subscribers. Of course, if you're new here, if you've been here, please don't forget to smash that like button. Smash the likes. It helps the channel, helps the information get out there because I know overall crypto viewership is going down because a lot of people, they're saying that it's all over with or whatever. But it's definitely not. Crypto market is here to stay, and there's always going to be money to made in crypto. I'll just leave it at that. But anyways, um, right now we got the fear and greed at uh, the fear. We're in extreme fear. Is at its all-time high of 10. We went from 11 to 10, so it looked like it's gotten a little bit worse. But Bitcoin is at 84,000 after dipping all the way down to what? Let me see here. Bitcoin. Let me see here. Da, da, da. Let's take a look at the one we chart for Bitcoin right quick. All right, so Bitcoin, okay, hit an all-time, a new low of 82,000. I thought it went down to 80, but it's okay. It says I'll just give it okay, 82.75. So that's where Bitcoin and it bounced off that. The high was 96,000. Now is yeah, that was a high about 96,000. And it looked like it bounced a little bit. So it's back up to 84. Then Ethereum. Okay, we got Ethereum at 2,736. Ethereum ain't doing too good. It's down almost 30% for the last month, down 13% for the week. Um, but one thing I was kind of thinking about is the whole Bitcoin dominance thing. Maybe the Bitcoin dominance is about over. That could be a good thing. If um, Bitcoin, it could have went down to like 78, 79,000. Bitcoin could have went to that price. But anyways, but that's something to think about, the whole Bitcoin dominance thing. But I still believe that, between now 2026, we're going towards the end of November now. It is November 22nd. Wow, time go by so fast. So yeah, we're now going towards the end of November. So yeah, we're definitely going to see what happens. I still believe that between now of Q1 to 2026, something major is going to happen. Definitely. So yeah, some of us are still locked and loaded. We're crypto. Some of us are still definitely, um, locked in. But anyways, let's get right onto it. See, I can show you guys an example right here, like this coin right here, the Agent AI. I'm just using this. The video is not about this coin, but using this as an example that we're definitely not in a bear market. Look at this. This coin is up 104% for the day, and it's up 53% in a 1 hour. Look at that, 53% in a 1 hour. So there you have it. So for those who think that we're in a bear market and our bull cycle was canceled. So there we have it. Then I see other cryptos that's in the green as well. But people think that all the cryptos are going to post a pump at the very same exact time or moment, which is not true at all. Far from the truth. Every crypto is going to pump on its own. You know, every coin, every altcoin is going to have its day. You know what I mean? Just like XPR network. I'm 100% bullish on XPR network. You probably saw my video today. I finally got my 1 million coins. Well, now 1.1 million. That's 1,100,000 coins. So yeah, we're can't wait to see the day we hit like 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cents, 5 cents. We definitely gonna get up there. Come 2026, it's looking pretty good. We're down 32% for the month. I saw opportunity with XPR to go ahead and get that. Down 22% for the week. We're currently up 5% for the day and 0.7 for the hour. So yeah, XPR network. This is definitely, I got this in my top 10 low cap utilities for this cycle. The fact that these guys they're in compliance with Fed now. Um, they're part of the whole ISO, the ISO 222 messaging protocol. They're compatible with that. Their compliance, uh, the on-chain staking, loaning, and all that. Then you got loan protocol, Metal blockchain, Metal DAOs. Like I said, the whole Botalicus ecosystem is here to stay, not going nowhere. They're one of the only few blockchains that's doing on-chain staking and all that. And on-chain. Well, I'm not going to say they're the only ones, but they're doing lending and borrowing on right on chain. I don't think there's not really any other blockchains that's already doing that. And on-chain identity. What else? But yeah, also XPR network got good tokenomics, only 28 billion in circulation and 31 billion in the max. Um, so yeah, it's looking real good, man. Eventually, for XPR network, there's going to be a supply shock eventually. But anyways, that is my update on that. But overall, the whole cryptocurrency, looking at the whole cryptocurrency market as a whole, things is definitely I believe this is definitely like a shakeout. I believe, like I said, this is a reset. What's going on? This is a global reset. The whole cryptocurrency, the whole global, market is getting ready for a new financial system. They're making their way for digital assets. So yeah, their whole global, we're getting ready to enter a new, how can I say it, uh, a financial like revolution. Like to say, this is the fourth. We're heading into the fourth industrial revolution. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say here. We're heading into the fourth industrial revolution with digital assets. So yeah, so anybody saying, "Oh, it's over," blah blah blah, they just talking through their ass. You know what I mean? They don't even know what's going on here with all the institutions buying in. You got the spot ETFs, you got the XRP spot ETFs, Ethereum, Bitcoin, all the institutions has been loading up this whole time. And like I said, they're already integrating blockchain technology with the traditional stock market as well. But anyways, I digress on that. But yeah, XPR network. Let's see what happens. We're at 2033. Um, let's see what it's crypto weekend. So we're gonna see what direction Bitcoin is gonna be headed into over the next 24 to 48 hours, even over the next week. Over the next week, we're gonna see if Bitcoin. We'll see if Bitcoin is gonna do a double bottom. Yeah, do a double bottom back to like down to like 80, 82,000. Now, could Bitcoin dip below 80K and go back into the 70s? That is very possible. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. It's very possible for Bitcoin to dip below 80K. So I'm thinking if Bitcoin do dip below 80K, it's going to high likely, most likely, it's probably going to go down to 75K. It may be even 70K. So we definitely got to be prepared for that, for Bitcoin to go all the way back down to like 70,000. Or on the upside, Bitcoin can go back up to 90,000. It can go back up to like between 90 to 95,000. At this point, it can go either way, depending on what type of news is going to happen. Because, like I said, most of the crypto market is based off like data and speculation. Highly speculative market. I do agree on that. But yeah, so when I look at Bitcoin, it can go as of right now, it can go in either direction. It can be heading down to 75K, or it can head back up to 95,000. But let's see here. Let's see what happens. But anyways, thanks for tuning in to the channel. I'm going to get out here. I'm going to have the link down at the on the bottom left. I'm going to have the link to the Patreon if you'd like to join. If you're new to the channel, hey, you want to see extra content? We're talking about the crypto market, altcoins, utility, memes like XPR. We're talking about a lot over there. Come on over to Patreon. Um, hope to see you over there. Only 15 bucks. We got if you want to DM me or whatever, and that gives you full access to everything I got over there. But anyways, if not, no worries. But the link will be at the bottom left for if you'd like to join a private community. But anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in to the channel, and hope everybody enjoy and have a great Saturday and a great weekend. And let's go XPR. All right, peace.